Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Wolf, and this is a very special video for me. I don't know about for you guys. Obviously, I'm a little late with this one, but that's okay. It's kind of like evergreen content anyway. Dreamhaven, the company that was started by Mike Morhaime, or Morhaime, however you want to pronounce it. I'm sure he would correct us if he told us. Is the company that was started when he left Blizzard back in 2018, something like that. And I've been waiting with bated breath to find out just what this man is cooking up, because he and his partners, his friends, were the ones who made Blizzard great. I don't know why I'm blanking on the other guy. He was the voice of Thrall. Anyway, so it was just awesome, you know, when they were in charge, and then when Activision, you know, merged with them in the early days. It seemed like things were okay, but I thought it was a bad idea to begin with, and as it turns out, it was. So I've been waiting to see what he's got in store, and well, this happened a couple months ago. I've been meaning to look at it, and we're gonna do just that. Hopefully, it's gonna be some good stuff. So let's get to it. I'm hoping for no live service games, but that's what everything is these days, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of hoping that Dreamhaven is just a studio that's for the gamers. You know,
hey everybody, it's Jeff Keighley, and welcome to the Dreamhaven Showcase. Now, what you
single
just
player,
saw was
co-op,
a quick glimpse
you know,
at
whatever
4 games that we're going to show you in the showcase today.
I mean,
these are all titles
they weren't
from
really
Dreamhaven,
glimpses, but
a new publisher and developer that was founded in 2020. And this is something new for us. The Game Awards is teaming up with Dreamhaven to give you a look at all these incredible new titles.
Man, he just aged so quickly.
The new game from Moonshot Games, which is part of Dreamhaven, and it's a very exciting game. I've been waiting to show you for a while. That's coming up in a little bit. Now, even if you aren't familiar with the Dreamhaven name, I am sure you are familiar with some of the people behind
Mike
the company.
Morhaime.
And joining me now,
he's the only one I'm familiar with.
Co-founder of Dreamhaven, who's also, of course, the co-founder and former CEO of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Morhaime. Mike, good to see you.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, nice beard, dude. Nice beard.
Why did you want to start Dreamhaven in the first place?
Because they pushed him out at Blizzard.
I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and
so
so
got sucker punched.
My wife Amy and I spent a bunch of time just talking to people and brainstorming ideas, and we got to talking with a lot of folks that we loved working
office
with in
is
the
that?
past. They were also
unless
thinking
it's just
about
something
what
they set up
to do next, and the idea of what if we joined forces to try to create something really special, a place where game developers and creators could focus on making things they're really passionate and excited to make, an environment where people could do their best work.
Hell yeah.
And really a goal of
all words that I enjoy.
That brought people together in positive ways and really just support them in doing their best work.
You mentioned internal teams, so people are probably wondering, like, well, how big is this company? What's the is it a full-scale publisher, developer? Like, what can you tell us about the size and scope?
I'm hoping it's like Blizzard,
so we have,
the way that they used it. That's been my hope with Mike Morhaime doing what he's doing, is that it's a full-on new publishing, like I think Jeff even said it, self-publishing and developing studio, just like Blizzard was.
Internal teams, Moonshot Games and Secret Door. We also are building a central team that will help publish these games and bring them to players around the world. We have also formed relationships with a number of independent developers, and we provide them guidance and advice. And some of those relationships have actually grown to be even deeper, where Dreamhaven will end up being the public.
See, Mike knows, he knows where the true games are at, and it's indie.
Sure of those games.
All right, well, let's get into some of the games and show people some gameplay.
Come on.
First up is Sunderfolk. It is a board game inspired.
I've heard of this one. I've seen like thumbnails of it, but that's about it. I don't know anything about it.
It sounds like the perfect couch co-op game.
Lots of us at Dreamhaven, and especially Secret Door, love board games and tabletop RPGs. Some of us have been playing them for decades with our friends, and now we're getting to introduce the magic to our families. The team at Secret Door wanted to come up with a way to capture the magic of game night while also seeing if they could do some things to make it more accessible to more people.
All right, so you are digitizing the experience in a lot of ways, but maintaining some of the magic of that in-person experience. And, you know, it's just such a great environment.
Sunderfolk really is a love letter to the genre.
Okay,
just
so
with a twist.
I think I have seen a little bit on this one. Not entirely my cup of tea, but it looks cool.
TV or monitor, and putting your character's actions and sheet, or in this case, cards and abilities and even the rules of the game on a mobile device.
It is really cool to have that two-screen experience, and now let's take a look at how it all comes together.
Okay, so you use your mobile device to play it.
Deep below ground, in the dark and fathomless.
I love the visual style, though.
Hope persists in the animal village of
It's you know, and it's something that not a lot of people know about me, is that some of my favorite visual styles are just like this. You know, this looks awesome to me. Torchlight is a big one for me. I love the visual style of that. You've got Battle Chasers Night War. That one's the same, you know, same thing. And pretty much anything from Airship Syndicate, like they just do good work. But this visual style, the cartoon painterly style, really just, I absolutely love it. Also, the reflections in the water look amazing. I don't know, I doubt that's ray tracing. I'm kind of hoping it's not at this point. I'm hoping that they develop games with actual skill and art direction, and they don't just rely on something to, oh, let's flip a switch and see it work.
Arden. But all is not well in the Sunderlands. The Sunderfolk of your village look to you, the guardians of this town, for aid.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. If you've always wanted to get into tabletops, which I have in the past, it is a lot of work though. Like you have to create your character, and you know the whole thing that you do with the video game RPGs. You create your character, you give them their stats, and you choose your class and stuff like that. So you just have to do it manually on paper. And that's really hard to do. And it's a lot of work to put into it. And I just, you know, I do this. I don't have a lot of time to be doing that. But, you know, this might be a good kind of middle ground.
In search of
How many views did this get? Only 6.8 thousand? What? Maybe the Game Awards channel got more views. Because it also got more views, or he also got shown over there.
Keeps the monsters away. Oh dear, Shadowstone everywhere. The corruption is so powerful. So Arden has protected. Disappointing. You will test your resolve, face unfathomable threats, find camaraderie, and employ impeccable strategy. But your adventure's just getting started. And like any good adventure, this one is best shared.
Cool. Very cool.
So not only is Sunderfolk coming out on April 23rd, you also have a first look demo that is available on GeForce Now today.
That's right. The demo includes
okay, so they said April 23rd. Again, this is like 2 months old. Or whatever. So if you are interested in Sunderfolk, I believe, well, it's May 26th, so it's out now. And I just wanted to double check real quick. Yep, April 23rd. So it's out now. So if you're at all interested in that game, there you go.
Sunderfolk's playable characters and game features, as well as the.
So they're already releasing games, which is great.
Looking forward to checking that out. And now we're going to move on to another game. We actually
I'll probably play it on my tablet if I do play it,
live, even though
just because it's bigger
it was
picture.
tied to Dreamhaven at the time. And we are talking, of course, about Linked Banner of the Spark.
Yep, we're publishing Linked Banner of the Spark from a fantastic indie developer called FuzzyBot.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Linked, it is probably the most charming robot apocalypse game out there. It's a lighthearted action game, but it also has town building elements in it. It's chaotic and cozy in all the right ways.
Linked has a small and devoted community, and FuzzyBot has been adding a ton of new content over the last few months, and they're still planning on more.
Check out this latest video for Linked that shows off the world and gameplay.
I don't remember seeing this at all. That looks cool. My kind of game, you know. Isometric action game. Again, the visual art style is my kind of style. Just simple, but with actual, like, art direction. Not trying to make it too realistic looking or anything like that. Go get some bolts. Yeah, just like a classic dungeon crawler. Look at this. May 22nd. It just came out. Literally 4 days ago. Nice. I'm assuming it's on console?
That was Linked, and I am very excited to build my Fish and Bot Friend collection as soon as it's out.
Well, you'll be able to play on consoles soon, and for our Steam Early Access players, you can enjoy the brand new content patch today.
All right, well, we've covered a lot of great stuff today, and the reveal of the Moonshot game is coming up in just a minute, but before then, we have one more game to cover.
I'll have to check that one out.
This is a game that you actually heard about from players in the StarCraft community. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, one of my friends recommended that I check out this small indie game that launched last September, and after trying the game, I just fell in love with it.
I think I have an idea of what this is.
We had the chance to become their publisher, and well, it probably won't surprise you why we love it so much.
I mean, if Mike Morhaime comes to you and says, "We love your game, we would love to publish it," who's gonna say no?
All right, well, let's take a look at the trailer for Mechabellum.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is it a tower defense game? I was gonna say, some of the units look very StarCrafty, but yeah, they are. Essentially, they took inspiration from that. Yeah, it's like a tower defense game or something. Oh my god. It's basically just the big battles. Auto battling. Oh, it's auto chess, essentially, but in a different way. Yeah. Whoa. Free for all. So 1-1-2-2 and free for all. That sound effect came straight from StarCraft. So only on Steam.
Mechabellum is a turn-based
those games
auto battler, and it's still.
They call it auto battler. It's basically got the idea from auto chess, essentially. But my brain doesn't work fast enough for RTSs. Like, I played a little bit of multiplayer on StarCraft 2 back in the day, but it was like early days and people were good, but they weren't like amazing. So, but my brain doesn't work that fast. Neither do my fingers. So something like that, you know, it seems awesome, but I don't know if I could keep up with it.
It has some strong RTS vibes, though, right?
That's right. I think that it scratches the RTS itch without the high APM requirement, which is why I love it so much. And the developer Game River has been constantly updating it. We not only fell in love with Mechabellum, but also the team and its community, and are super excited about being part of it.
And since it's on Steam now, I guess, right? 'Cause it came out in September, so people can pick it up today if they want to check it out.
Absolutely. You can pick up the base game or the premium edition, which launches today. And those who want to try before they buy can participate in the free play weekend that is starting on April 4th.
All right, well, we've seen 3 games today, but we do have
No console
one
version,
more for
though.
everyone. And this is something really special, a global reveal. Last summer, I got to come down here and do a playtest of this title. We really wanted to show it at the Game Awards, but it wasn't quite ready. Mike, this is the first title from Moonshot Games.
Yes, and as much as I would love to tell you about the game, I think it's best if you hear from the Moonshot team.
Hi, I'm Jason Chase, studio head at Moonshot.
And I'm Dustin Broder, game director at Moonshot.
He looks familiar.
Now, imagine a dangerous place at the edge of the galaxy.
I think he worked at Blizzard. I don't know about the other guy, but this guy definitely worked at Blizzard.
Outside the law, called the Typhon Reach. It's like a cosmic scale Bermuda Triangle with cosmic storms, quantum meteors.
Got a hell of a set of
treacherous
bottom
monsters,
teeth there.
all guarding
He
the
looks
most
like an orc.
prized objects in the universe, the ancient artifacts of the primes.
And this is where you come in. We need you to assemble your crew, choose your starship, and risk it all in a chaotic adventure where the only plan is the one you make up as you go.
Let's see what lies in the most dangerous corner of the galaxy.
This isn't like a hero shooter, is it?
A vast realm of discovery and brutal explosions.
Swear I think I've seen this.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Maybe not.
Now you're gonna need a tough team.
Nope. Co-op shooter. Hell yeah, dude.
Hello, Luke.
And an even tougher ship.
Quality upgrade.
Keep her flying, and you'll find wonders beyond your wildest dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Wildgate open.
Or the other crews will blast you and take your loot.
Oh,
That's a distinct possibility.
PvEVP.
Actor's getting away.
So get ready.
It's an extraction shooter.
When your airtight plan
Damn.
the airlock,
Into the fray.
improvise. Use your turrets.
Stealing their stuff.
Hell, use their turrets. Tractor beams. Big red buttons.
Overloaded their reactor.
Because the reach gives.
Resources in. Coming in hot.
And the reach takes.
Damage! Major damage!
Can't promise fame and fortune here.
Mine layer here.
Or that you'll even make it back.
Get to the gate. Go, go, go,
But
go.
I can promise this.
That's my artifact.
It's gonna be one hell of a story.
Wildgate. You know, that reminds me of the other game. Was it Wild Rift or something like that? No, that's League of Legends. WildStar. I remembered. That reminded me of WildStar, though WildStar was a MMO, and I wish it was still a thing. It was 2011. Wow. Yeah, man, being an extraction shooter, I don't know. That one kind of looked fun. I'm not really big into the idea of extraction shooters just because they can be very frustrating when it's like you spend all this time, you get all this loot, you don't see a soul the entire game, and then when you're ready to extract, boom, they're right there. And you possibly lose it all. And the tension is definitely cool. You know, you get that feeling of like, oh man, I might, lose all my stuff here. But at the same time, it can be very frustrating when you spend all that time and you do get kind of ganked essentially. But I mean, again, the visual style is really cool. It's in space, so I love that. It's different. It's definitely taking a different look into the extraction shooter genre. So they're at least doing something different with it.
Wildgate is a crew-based shooter that takes place in the far reaches of space, where 20 players across 5 ships face off to secure the valuable artifact and escape.
Or you can choose violence and opt for an elimination win, working together with your fellow prospectors to destroy every other rival crew in the Reach through ship versus ship combat.
And even if combat isn't your thing, there's tons to do and discover, as you and your crew will need to scout out and claim resources, as well as your path out of the Reach through a nearby wild gate.
With the other 4 ships all trying to do the same, you can expect to face some pretty intense matches. And space crimes. Lots of space crimes. The Reach is ever-changing, and the map layout for each game is procedurally generated, so
Nice.
no 2 games will play the same.
Over the last year, we've had the privilege to host some small tests behind closed doors, and we're now ready to kick off our very first public playtest in the next few weeks. Sign up on our website for a chance to join us.
Thanks so much for watching. But before we go, let's take an even deeper look into the Reach.
I want to tell you about a place called the Typhon Reach. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's where legends are made. Legends like the Gamma Gang. They did a smash and grab on the artifact like nobody's ever seen. But first, let's back up. How'd they
Can you like name your team, or is it just a team name that you're given when you go in?
even make it this far? When you're in the Reach, you're after one thing.
But again, it's another situation where, or it's another game where you really need your own group of friends to play it with, to, you know, people you can trust to do the job. Otherwise, you know, you kind of it's a shot in the dark with randoms online, and sometimes it works out. You know, it's not like, you know, every random is a bad player. Everybody's a bad player at the beginning. So, you know, maybe you'll get a group early on and you'll be able to, you know, stick with them and stuff like that. But I don't know. It seems like another game where you have to, you know, kind of have your own group of friends to go in with.
The artifact. The most valuable object in the known universe. And if you're brave or stupid enough to go after it, you won't be alone. Be the first crew to find it, snatch it, and pass through the wild gate, or be the last crew left standing. It all starts with your ship. Whether you're mining asteroids, scanning for loot, or battling borders, the right ship isn't just a choice. It's your edge in the fight to stay alive. You could go big with the Bastion, packed full of gadgets and guns, but they'll see you coming a light year away. Or go small with a Hunter. Just don't get caught, because those shields will not last. Remember,
I like the, I'm assuming it's, I think I'm using the term correctly here, procedural damage. Or I guess that would be it, because it looks like it cracks in places where you shoot instead of just having canned animations or something like that. So looks pretty good, even on the shields.
Is your lifeline. You lose your ride, it's mission over.
I think that'd be, I don't know if there's
on the
like
other hand,
specific,
can handle whatever the Reach throws at them, armed with the right weapon.
I don't know if there's specific, you know, classes to play. I would definitely be the repair guy. Like I don't know. I play support mostly, like back in the days of Overwatch and, you know, Marvel Rivals. I played support all the time. So I'd definitely be that guy. I'd be the repair guy on the ship.
Tools and special skills. It's all hands on deck. That's one thing the Gamma Gang understood. It's not about sticking to one job. It's about supporting your crew.
That kind of just shot that all to hell. So basically everybody does everything. But I think there's still room there to specialize.
Mining for resources, keeping the engines running, putting out fires. Every crew member counts. Because when things start to heat up, it's either you or them. The Reach is a living,
Fly around and find out.
death
That's funny.
trap. Cosmic storms, Reach leeches, lava asteroids, and space mines. To get a handle on what's out there, you're gonna need to scout ahead. Probes are your best bet to map the area. Locate hazards, supplies, and hidden treasures. It's also how the Gamma Gang stayed one step ahead of the other crews. fuel and ice. Without them, the job gets a lot tougher. If your reactor overheats, you'd better have ice on hand to cool it down. And fuel gives your ship the extra boost it needs for a quick getaway. Running out won't leave you stranded, but trust me, without it, you're as good as reach dust. You want to pull this off?
This is really going to play into a lot of people's need to just collect stuff, me included. Like, I love, if Skyrim was not limited, I'd be collecting stuff all the time. And I've already done this before. I used to mod the PC version back in the day, and I actually got a mod where it basically made my inventory limitless. It got overwhelming, to say the least. I forgot what everything was, and especially since it doesn't really work when the shopkeeps only have a certain amount of cash on them at a time. So I would have had to get another mod that made them have infinite cash, but I never did that. So, you know, it didn't really work out to have an infinite inventory in that game. And then I just learned about, you know, probably should just pick up the essentials.
You'll need the best loot you can find.
But in this game, it looks like everything kind of matters.
Cutting-edge ship upgrades, powerful weapons,
kind of like what they did with Fallout 4, where it's like, okay, everything's useful in some way or another.
The goods, the tougher they'll be to grab. This place is teeming with vicious little
All right, so I saw it wasn't procedural generation on the shield, or procedural breaking, whatever the hell it is.
Which reminds me, watch your back. Because
it did have sections you could take off. But that's still pretty cool.
Your multi-tools ready to repair. They'll do everything they can to try to sabotage you. Don't let them. Now, back to the big score. The artifact. You never know where it'll pop up, or what kinds of hell you'll have to go through to get it. Many prospectors went in that day, but only the Gamma Gang came out. But it wasn't over yet. They made a mad dash for the Wild Gate, and the other crews were hot on their tail. Which brings us back to here. Now, the Gamma Gang did make it to the Wild Gate, but I never said they made it through. They had the guns, the fuel, the upgrades. Their plan was perfect. Or so they thought. Because there was one thing they didn't expect. Me. That's the reach, kid. I didn't play fair. And you don't have to either. Because out here, the only plan that counts is the one you make up on the fly.
I hope all you guys are excited as I am about Wildgate. I cannot wait to jump in more and do, as Dustin said, some space crimes, Mike.
You and me both. The Moonshot team puts so much care into making sure the world isn't just fun to explore, but that the matches are challenging and in most cases, unpredictably hilarious.
Well, I cannot wait, as I said, for more people to go. And this is really a game you have to play to really get all the excitement inside of it. All right, well, that kind of wraps up the show, but let's recap what we've talked about so far. The Sunderfolk demo is on GeForce Now right now. Mechabellum launches a premium edition today and a free play weekend next month. Linked is currently in Steam Early Access and coming soon to consoles.
And you can sign up for Wildgate's community preview playtests. It's really a
1.0 launched, kind of game, so that was a few days ago, so that's out now.
And what I love about all the games
looks like it's not out yet.
That you're showing real gameplay on them. I know you had to wait. We had to wait a while to see.
I mean, sort of.
Worth it. And it's clear that Dreamhaven is kind of not making just one kind of.
I'm not going to say there wasn't gameplay in Wildgate. Obviously, there was. It was just there was a lot of camera angles that obviously you won't see in gameplay.
The game
make it look good.
Experiences, but they're all united by the idea of.
But it was mostly gameplay, yeah.
And family.
I couldn't agree more. We're so grateful for your support, Jeff, and for everyone who's followed our journey so far.
Absolutely. I'm excited. This is only chapter 1 for Dreamhaven, and we can't wait to hear more.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all online.
See you later.
That was good. That was really good. I'm actually, I don't know why I'm 304 or 340. That's it.
Wildgate open.
I think the majority of what I saw was good. Whether or not I'll play all of these or any of them, I think definitely I'll play Linked. That one seems like a more fun kind of game. Wildgate definitely looks like a take on the extraction shooter genre that I'm actually interested in.
Stand a chance if we
Sunderfolk,
stay
I'm not
united
entirely
in our
sure about, just because of the fact that, like, I'm not very, like I said, my brain doesn't work a million miles an hour, so I feel like I'd be at a disadvantage, especially with Mechabellum. As cool as it is, I definitely like the auto chess genre, and they just created a different type of auto chess, essentially. I don't know if my brain could really comprehend or think on the fly like that. Some people just are a different breed of gamer, man, and I'm not willing to hang. Man, all this looks really good. I have big hopes for Dreamhaven. Ever since Mike Morhaime actually announced it, that he was doing a whole new studio, I was really happy. And it's nice to see that they're actually making games that look good. They look fun. They look like, you know, they're not trying to force a ideology on you or some sort of stupid garbage like their own thoughts and stuff. They're not trying to imprint that into the game. They're just trying to make games, and that's what it's all about. That's what it should be about. I guess I'm not really surprised that they aren't doing an MMO. That would be, I don't know, career suicide, essentially. There's only 3 MMOs these days, essentially. You got World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, and Star Wars. Those are the only 3 that I know of. More MMOs, but like they didn't really last because of the big 3, essentially. So it doesn't surprise me that they won't try and dip their toe into that, but it is surprising that they're trying to dip their toe into the extraction shooter genre. So that is going to be interesting to see how well that does. I hope it does well for them, because I want Dreamhaven to succeed as a developer publisher, just like Blizzard did back in the day. So hopefully they come up with fresh new ideas. The whole playing tabletop with your phones, that's actually a pretty good idea. So it brings the tabletop to more people, which is why we saw Matt Mercer in the commercial there, or in the ad. But that's Dreamhaven. Let me just real quick. Game Awards got 788,000. Yeah, so strange that the official channel only has 340 subscribers. That's very strange to me. You know, this is a big deal, and 340, that's it. So either way, it looks really good. I like it. That's the Dreamhaven Showcase. Not bad for a first start. Let's see where they go from here, and hopefully it's the only way they go is up. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I know I'm a few months late, but, you know, still, let me know. Were you excited about this? You know, were you anticipating Dreamhaven because Mike Morhaime is at the helm and he knows what the hell he's doing? He created Blizzard, and now he created Dreamhaven. So hopefully Dreamhaven's name will be a name that we speak well of in the future, just like we used to do with Blizzard. Not so much these days. And please join me again in the next one, where we'll take another look at another trailer, whatever that might be. I've got a few in the works, so whichever one comes next. I got no closing for this. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is the Dreamhaven Showcase, and I'll see you guys later.